Hey y'all, it is Unspoken Words from a Black Girl. What we're going to talk about today is when you outgrow your circle, what that looks like, what it feels like, and how we navigate through it. I feel like this is something I have done several times. I feel like it's endless. You're going to always do it because you're going to always be growing. So it's just like, I feel like this is one of those things that always happens. Just like when you level up, when your frequency elevates, everybody can't come with you. And I feel like, when I finally started, the journey of bettering myself, or whatever you want to call it, honestly, this was something that was really hard for me, but it was something that I could not stop. It's like it had to happen. So what I'm referring to, let's really get into it. You have a group of friends, and you just feel like things are not aligning with y'all no more. It's like the stuff y'all used to talk about, you're like, I don't even want to use the word randomly uninterested, because it's never random. It's always stuff leading up to it. You always start to feel that, I don't really want to talk to this person no more. I don't know if it's giving no more. I don't think I'm going to text them today. It always starts off like that. It always starts off slow. But it's never something that we don't recognize. It's something we always know, and sometimes we choose to ignore it. But let's get back into it. So I wanted to say, I feel like this is something that I'm going through now. That's why I really wanted to touch on it. Because I will say, no, actually, I'm not going to use the term that it is hard this time. I don't think it is. I feel like we have to realize we're in people's lives for a season. And sometimes, that's just how it is. I know, for instance, the way, my calling is, I have experiences so I can help people that's going to go through a similar thing, and they may not be able to make it by themselves. This is going to sound unrelatable if you genuinely haven't went through it, and that's just that. If you can't relate to this, and it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Maybe eventually you'll get there, maybe not. But for the people who need to hear this, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I finally, accepted that about myself, that, I'm not always going to have long-term friendships, and that's okay. So, I would just start off by saying, in the beginning, when it first starts, yes, it can be extremely lonely, especially for people who are not used to being by themselves. So, people who always are in relationships, people who always run back to people who done did them wrong, just because they're familiar. And it's like, you don't realize how you're cheating yourself out of growing every time you put yourself back in those same situations. Once you start having that pull that, I'm not feeling this relationship no more, you need to start preparing to act on it. And that's just real. With going through this, it's always a good thing for me, because I realize, it's time for a new chapter in my life. Things are changing. It's time to let everything go. That's how I always look at it. That's why I'm not really ever sad about it, because, again, I know sometimes we're only around people for a season. We're around people to learn lessons. After you've learned those lessons, you have to move on. If you want to keep learning the same lesson over and over and over and over and over again, then that's what you would stay in. You would stay in a broken cycle. So at least, once you finally reach that point where you're starting to feel that you want to isolate yourself, you just want to stop talking to everybody, that is what this looks like. This is just the time for you to work on yourself. I know for me, during these times, like, I like to do like voice notes or journaling or writing stuff down. Like, I have to get my ideas and my thoughts out of my head. So it just usually helps for me when I get that out on paper. I know what this looks like. I know what it is. I know what I'm feeling. So I know that just always works for me. Thank y'all so much for listening, and I will see you guys next time.